Wait, is this show actually getting better? Let's rant about it. All right, welcome back. And we have a review today for It, Welcome to Derry, Episode 5, 29 Neibolt Street. So this episode starts to kick off really the nuts and bolts of actually going to find Pennywise. So we get the military base who just got all the information of the background on the Pennywise creature and are off to go get the landmarks or whatever they call them, I forgot what they call them, but the pillars, yes, the pillars, to try to capture the It creature. And then we also have Lily and the rest of the kids. They are now in a position of finding out some new information about the kids who supposedly died in episode 1, which leads them down into the sewers to really investigate what really happened and is there something they could do to maybe save some of the kids. And then we also get additional storylines. We progress more of Dick Halloran and we learn a lot more about The Shining and get more in depth into that. It's a little confusing in the episode because you think it might have to do with hallucinations to the Pennywise creature, but it's actually more of the Shining aspects of it. And then we get more additional storylines, kind of the B and C level storylines. But those are the big nuts and bolts of this particular episode. So my thought is this one actually kind of picked up a little bit. And big spoiler, so stop now if you don't want to know. But we actually get Pennywise in this episode. We don't get a lot of him, but we do get Pennywise. And for me, sorry for that cough, I'm not going to edit it out. Fuck it. For me, that was a big part of this series. I wanted to see the performance of Bill Skarsgård playing Pennywise. That's really the big selling point for me with what they're doing with this new iteration of it. Like I said, all the CGI stuff is god-awful, fucking terrible. Nobody cares. It's not scary. So we need performance. We need creepy performance. And we get a little bit of flavor of that, which is awesome. Definitely excited to potentially see more of that as we're moving forward. And what got me excited about this is we get the military and we get the kids in the sewers. We get them in the sewers, we get them in the creepiness, and we get them in the fight. We're finally progressing things, which feels more like an It episode or in the It universe. All this kind of stuff on the surface, and if the CG wasn't so bad, maybe it would be more engaging. But all these other storylines of the father who's trying to get out of going to Shawshank Prison and all the other storylines kind of on the surface, it's like, it's fine, it's interesting, but you're watching It show to see Pennywise and see specifically more children battle Pennywise. Granted, it is sort of interesting bringing in this military aspect of it and them really going after it and after Pennywise, but again, as I said in the last episode, or at the last review I did, it's all for naught assuming this aligns with the 2017 It Chapter 1, where we get into the 1980s and the town is just reset back to normal. Nothing to note, no repercussions of this big military presence in Derry and trying to figure all this out. Also, this big kind of the Native American aspect of it, which is quite interesting, I would have to say, in this series. So I am enjoying that aspect of it. But we don't get any of that in the 2017, 2019 film. So it's all kind of for naught in this, especially they have sort of announced that the next two seasons of this series are going to actually go further into the past. We're going to get kind of the every 27-year big incidents that took place that kind of really shook Derry to its core. So we're just going to regress back and see. So there's not going to be much building season to season. It's just going to be, as far as I can tell, a really self-contained unit of a story, which is both kind of interesting. You want to see what happened, but as I kind of ranted about in the last review, the stakes aren't there. So really what I found about this episode, it really hinges on really just wanting to see Bill Skarsgård do his thing. I mean, that's really the interesting part for me, to really see that and hopefully mitigate the CG silliness that we're getting. So this particular episode, I'm going to give 3 out of 5, which anything over 3 or over, I think is a relatively positive review for me. I did enjoy this one. I thought the kids were a little bit more engaging. We got to see Pennywise. So that was all good stuff. All right, so please like, comment, and subscribe if you can. Again, any discussion in the comment would be great. Really want to have a discussion about the series. That would be awesome if I could get some interaction. But no worries if that's not your thing. So really appreciate just you stopping by and checking out what I'm doing here. All right, well, thanks again. And if I don't see you again, bye forever.